Greetings and welcome back to my channel once again. It is a good day that I am able to bring you this content, this partial content inside the Ulinzi Sports Complex. This is a military and a civilian stadium located along Langata Road. So today, immediately after the election of AFC Leopards, whereby former player Fred Ambani was elected the chairman of the club after defeating Enos Mutoka, we made a trip towards this stadium to witness the final of the FKF Cup between Nairobi United and GOR Mahia. This is a final that was pitting between the former Kenyan Premier League champions and record holders against the upcoming good team, Nairobi United. So as you can see around, we started by viewing this game around the GOR Mahia shed, whereby the fans were really packed to the brim, and it was a lovely encounter to see both teams play very well, both teams play ground ball, and both teams possessing the game. After viewing this game, I really came to a conclusion that the Kenyan game is really going upward. I was really perplexed to see that Nairobi United has got many fans like this, because traditionally in Kenya, AFC Leopards has the largest fan base, followed by GOR Mahia, then Shabana. But immediately I entered this stadium, I was really happy to see that Nairobi United is also a force to reckon in terms of fan base. But I pray that these fans were really organic rather than imported. So before I continue showing you the stadium and fans, you can see that Nairobi United are now the new kings of Vuvuzela. You can see the Vuvuzela around this stadium, the yellow side of the stadium. There is no team that has carried the Vuvuzelas more than the Nairobi United, as you can see. And as we continue, I want to give you a brief history about the Nairobi United, and later I'll give you the brief history of GOR Mahia as we will continue watching how the fans react in this stadium. When I saw the Nairobi United Vuvuzelas, it made me remember the 2010 World Cup, where a South African icon, Lawrence Sifiwe Shabalala, had a counterbolt in 55th minute against Mexico. Later on, the Shabalala goal was nominated in the Puskas Award. Now back to the Nairobi United. The club was founded in 2015 as the Balaji EPZ FC, and it won the Nairobi Regional League, which made them to be promoted in Division 1 in the year 2018. The year 2022, because it was called the Balaji EPZ, the club was rebranded to Nairobi United Football Club, and because of lack of sponsorship and lack of enough fan base then, the year 2024, it was taken over by the Sakaja Foundation, or you can just summarize as the Nairobi County, which started sponsoring them in the name of the Sakaja Foundation. Then the year 2025, it was promoted to FKF Premier League in the NSL Championship, which is the second tier of the Kenyan League. Then the year 2025, they became the Mozart Bet Cup champions, which is like the FA in the United Kingdom. And when we look at the Sakaja Foundation, the aim of the Sakaja Foundation is to focus on the youth development, because you can see in the Nairobi United, majority of players are still youth, they are still young, and also the upgrade of the facility, because you can see the Nairobi County is really trying to come up with the sporting facilities that were neglected the past years, and also its strategic outlook, because you can see right now they have got one of the most beautiful organization. Even their recruitment structure is really nice. And with Nairobi United's entry into the Kenyan Premier League and the Cafs Confederation Cup, because after winning the Mozart Bet Cup, which is fondly called the Moi Golden Cup, they are now a national pride, because right now when you mention the name Nairobi United, at least 40% of Kenyans now understand Nairobi United. Before then, they were unknown. As you continue being entertained by the fans inside the stadium, here is a brief history of the Nairobi United coach Nicholas Muyoti, who is a former AFC Leopards player and holds a CAF B license. And he has also partially coached Ingwe and also became the assistant manager of Ingwe. And in September 2021, he was appointed the coach of Nairobi United. And before then, he has passed through Oserian, Fastaq in Naivasha. He has been in Thika United. These are as coach roles. He has also been in Zoya, and he has also been in Kakamega Homeboys. Now you can see that he is a former international Kenyan player and also an experienced coach in terms of local Kenya League. Now let me give you a brief history about GOR Mahia, because this is a well-known club which does not need much introduction, but just a few details about GOR Mahia is that they were founded in the year 1968, and they are named after their medicine man who came from Homa Bay, and he was called GOR Ward Ogada. And GOR Mahia, the name Mahia means magic, and therefore this is a GOR Mahia magical. And in the year 1968, the two teams merged together. It was the Luo Union and the Luo Sports Club. They merged together to form one club, GOR Mahia, under a man called Zach Ramogo. And immediately they were formed in the year 1968. They won the Kenyan Premier League, and in the year 1987 they won the Africa Cup winners, in the modern day the Confederation Cup in CAF, and in 1979 they were the finalists and they lost. And immediately, few days after they defeat by the Nairobi United, they sacked the entire technical bench led by their coach, interim coach Zedekiah Ziko Otieno, who is also an icon of the player, because most of his playing careers he has played for GOR Mahia. And before I conclude, the winners of this cup, they'll get 2 million Kenyan shillings. The Nairobi United will get the 2 million Kenyan shillings, and also having the luck of representing Kenya on the continental showpiece in the Confederations Cup, which is a prestigious tournament, especially when you come out of the knockout stages. And GOR Mahia will receive the 1 million Kenyan shillings. Morangasil, who was Mara Sugar from Nairobi will get 500 Kenyan shillings. So this tournament is sponsored by different private companies, and this year it was Mozart. A few years ago it was Betway Cup, and it has been getting different sponsorships every now and then. The trophy was awarded by Nairobi Governor, who is also a partner in Nairobi United, Governor Johnston Sakaja. We wish all teams in Kenya, especially Kenya Police, who are the Premier League champions, all the best as they represent Kenya in the CAF Champions League. And the Nairobi United, we also wish them all the best in the Confederations Cup. I will argue all fans in Kenya, GOR Mahia, SC fans, Shabana, the Murang'a Seals, to turn up in large numbers and support our national teams now, because they will be representing Kenya. They are now the national prides when they play at home and even away. Thank you so much, and may God bless each one of you. Let's meet up in the next video.